Greetings everyone, I'm Endariel or Ilical, depending on what page you follow me. I have been a digital artist since, give or take 20 years, classic traditional years before, and an AI artist for about 2 years now. I've written this little article, which is on my mind for some time now, and it is really something I'm seriously hope you listen to, and because I would be interested in your opinion about this very much. The title is AI Bottleneck into Sex and the Ever Same. I began doing AI art for 2 years and I enjoyed it and still do. However, here and on few AI forums, both as contributor and observer, I noticed two trends. First, let me say, I do not mind sex, porn in any form. I'm not prude, not Christian conservative or woke. I'm just a gay guy centrist thinking each to his or hers. However, the first issue I get with AI art is that more and more seems to be sexualized imagery. And trust me, I don't have any issue with that per se. But there is an issue. When I began, only a few people made AI images, and that number has drastically increased. One thing that led to was a race to the top of the ever more enticing sexualized imagery. They get clicks. I mean, that's the market do, I know. But it still leaves me kinda sad when I see that on websites and in forums, now I have the impressions the more lewd you make women or men in your images, the more clicks it gets and the more people make such images to stay in the race. If you know my posting history from the years I do digital art, on DeviantArt for example, you know I'm no stranger on doing this. But until a year ago, it was something seldom. Like drinking a wine or a beer at the weekend, something for a special occasion. Now it's like a typhonic flood. I even just recently left a gay AI art forum because while I loved the topic, it more and more ran down to just create your 5 types of guys in lewd poses, like seeing the same 5 pictures over and over again. I didn't feel entertained anymore. I felt bored. And I saw people that took different angles on beauty of men or women was even narrower, and any distinct styles or composition fell over the cliff. It has become like a bottleneck of a handful theoretical images made over and over in slight variations. No scenes where, say, a gay couple meets and one gives the other flowers, or a couple in a romantic canoe setting. Just flesh posing. And the clicks reward this in a cycle that honestly grows to bore me. Even at the risk of complaining or whining, as some would say, and not entirely unjustified, I noticed my own not so overly sexualized images are clicked less and less, while sites and creators of turning the sexy wheel to 11 going all up. Again, I don't mind this existing, but it starts to make me weary. I think, what can I still create that interests more than 5 people in a landscape drastically changed towards sex sells? How can we change this again? Or can we even? Second, more generally, I feel AI community creates more and more ever same, and I'm quite aware to be part of that problem. Although I use a wide variety of styles, where some have their one style, which is okay, more and more AI creators tend to the style. If you spend a good time browsing through AI art, you will know the style, which I call the style. Sure, some do experimental, beautiful stuff, getting 4 or 5 likes for it. Often such images are fantastically interesting. There is one guy or girl, I don't know, who has a series of a humanized crocodile called Lenny and his bird. It may not be a breakthrough art, but I really enjoy following Lenny's adventures more than all the plethora of the ever same style, ever same image of others. I know, I have my dozen or so original characters I make very often, and another 10, 15 to 20 I do more seldom. So yes, I have my signature character, and people may bore of that. But there are still characters with a story that travels through ages, styles and moods. Sure, I'm by no means a master at that, but where has variety gone to? One of the issues is the overdoing of fan art and pseudo-fan art. You surely know the fan art issue. I like a good fan art like the next person, but it starts to get to a point where if you don't do a fan-known character, you very quickly fall into obscurity. And then, what is pseudo-fan art, you may ask? I call that images which look like fan art, but are more or less so close to anime, manga, or Western comic standard characters. The girls in colorful, cute scenes, the guys in superhero or soldier outfits, and a handful of others you see so many times. And I wonder, how did we get to this point? For that is, the closer an AI artist fits into the ever tighter bottleneck, the more you stay in the know, to the point where I sometimes wonder, for whom am I even making my own dreams visible with AI? Why spend hours on an image for 5 likes? Yeah, well, get better, I hear you say, and I won't deny I'm no longer in the lead as when I was a pioneer in the early years. But there is, I think, something else at work. Same as with the first point, it is a self-accelerating spiral. People click more the narrow scope, and artists reply by making ever more streamlined, sameish images. No place for complex setting, for the grotesque and horror, the scenic or the art that is an expression of the artist, not just AI for clicks. There is, alas, no solution I can offer. Maybe it is a circle that has to turn all the way until people leave following AI, people create fewer AI art, and then the diverse forms and topics may come back to visibility. I'm not a fan of doomsaying, neither on AI art or otherwise. But both creators and the audience have to question themselves, what am I creating day by day? Or why am I clicking the same streamlined images over and over? I wonder where this tool, so young and yet feeling so narrowly used, now will take us into the future. So that was my 5 cents I wanted to get off. You make of it what you wish. I would really be interested in your comments and your opinion about this. Thank you for listening.